gonna take a fucking eat it.
We in? Oh, sweet baby Jesus. We are in.
Got the,
We're in.
so this is, Gilbert, Godfrey, the Aristocrats.
GG.
Let's let her rip. Let's start her off right.
Let's hear it.
A talent agent is sitting in his office. A normal American family walks in. Father and mother, son and daughter, a big fluffy dog. The family has blonde hair and blue eyes and bright skin. And
Bright skin.
the talent agent looks up and goes, all right, let's see what you do. So the father drops his pants and takes off his shirt. He's totally naked. He undresses his wife, starts fucking his wife on the floor. Then the son drops his pants, takes his shirt off, and his sister also takes all her clothes
And
off.
his
the
sister.
son and the daughter start fucking on the floor too. And the dog is pissing on them. Then the mother turns around and starts blowing the son. The father starts fist fucking the daughter in the ass. And the father, just for your information, is an ex-Marine who has really muscular arms. The type with the tattoo of a battleship on it. And he looks like he just ate a can of spinach type arm. And he's fist fucking the daughter in the ass as the daughter is licking out her brother's asshole. And the brother at the time is chewing on the dog's balls. Now, the dog starts fucking the mother. And he's fucking the mother while the mother is eating out the little girl's asshole while she is fist fucking her brother in the ass. If you're not keeping up with this, I'll start at the beginning. It's important. If you miss any part, then the joke makes no sense. Then the father starts fucking his son in the ass as the son is eating his mother's cunt, as the mother is eating the daughter's cunt, as the daughter is blowing the dog. And with his big fist, the father fist fucks the dog in the ass. Because really, why leave the dog out? That would be wrong. It would be very wrong. Now,
Very
the
long.
son breaks off a leg from one of the chairs and shoves it up his sister's asshole and starts fucking her with it as the father takes a lamp and shoves it into her cunt as the mother is licking out the father's asshole as the mother is eating the dog's ass.
Okay.
Now, the dog takes a tremendous shit on the floor. Now, you'd think, if I could pause for a second, you'd think that at this point, the talent agent would go, oh, for God's sakes, I'm getting on the phone and calling the police. But no. I'm just saying, in case you've ever questioned that. Now, the son walks in with cables out of the trunk of a car, like jumper cables. So he attaches the jumper cables to his father's balls and starts running electricity to him as he's licking out his father's asshole, as the father's eating his daughter out, as he's fucking the dog in the ass. This sounds like one of those prayers on the Jewish holidays that you have to read. And he fucks in the ass, and the dog fucks the cat, and the cat fucks the boy, and the boy fucks the dog. Amen, amen. And little kid, and the fire put out the dog that fucked the cat, that fucked the girl. And then...
Oh my goodness.
I was like, waiting for like the punchline or
We're 4.5
something
minutes in right now.
Something.
Oh,
How long is it?
it's 9 minutes and 49 seconds.
Jesus.
Whew.
Jesus.
Jesus. Okay. let's cut ahead to 7.5. Let's see where Gilbert's at.
All right.
The rats, and their faces get covered with rat cum, and then shit and piss, and the families come
Rat
with
cum.
shit and piss
Right,
and
that's a
rat
new
cum,
one.
and a little sweat. Ooh, don't like that. And then the father takes a tremendous shit on the floor, and the mother pulls out her glass eye, and the son starts fucking
Oh my
her
God.
in the eye socket. And fills up her eye socket with rat cum and rat shit and rat piss and the dead rats. And he starts fucking her in the eye socket. And then the dog bites the rats' heads off, and they start, the son and the father start fucking the rats in the neck. And believe it or not, the father with these enormous arms is able to fist fuck a rat in the asshole. Because they have amazingly elasticity.
If you catch a rat, try it.
in the rats, if you catch a rat, try it. I'm telling you, you'll thank me for it later. You'll thank me for it later. You fucking, ooh, and you fuck around to the asshole. And they're fucking and sucking for like 5 hours in shit and piss and cum and pimple pus and blackheads and ooh, sweat. And then afterwards, they stand up and they take a bow. And the talent agent, nonplussed by this. I like to throw in a big word. Nonplussed by this, goes, that's an interesting act you have there. What do you call yourself? And they say, the aristocrats.
Jesus Christ, man.
I had no idea.
The aristocrats. Didn't.
I had no idea.
Fucking hell.
I had no idea. Holy shit.
Oh.
That just makes me think.
Hold
What's
on,
up?
hold on.
Hold up.
There we are. Okay. Sorry, I fucked with the video real quick. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. What does that make you think of?
I kind of felt like he was losing the crowd.
Maybe just a little bit.
But
I feel like that's in character for Gilbert to steamroll to the point beyond comfortability.
yeah, he does it for a long time.
Just keep going. And when you're 5 minutes in, you're gonna be 6 minutes in. When you're 6 minutes in, there's still 4 more minutes of the joke.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that was a lot.
The version I heard was about 1.5 minutes long, and it was for TBS.
Yeah.
And Gilbert submitted it because he's doing this thing called like the Tournament of Laughs or something, where like comedians are putting in videos, and it's his daughter going, "Dad, tell me a joke." And he's like, "Well, a family walks into a talent agency and the dad beep beep beep," and it's beeping out the whole entire joke. You can't hear anything. It's just completely beeped out.
I feel like that may have been even funnier.
That may have been funnier.
It was way shorter, and I was just like,
Because you
what
just
is
you
this?
just use your imagination to what he's saying. You can't hear anything he's saying, so you're just like filling in the blanks in your head.
There's no
That's like a game.
There's no rat, shit, piss, and cum.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have gone that route.
Holy shit, man. Gilbert is insane.
You just started swapping animals and fluids. You just like trade one for another.
Libs. Oh my goodness.
Pulling one out, taking one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Wow. Man,
what a whirlwind.
I almost bought Joe Rogan tickets the other day.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But they were so expensive. But I mean, we were gonna sit front row. Because I feel like that's just what I like to do.
Yeah.
When I go to a comedy show, with someone that I really like.
Right, I can imagine. That would be the best.
But I was yeah, like it was like around 150, and I was like, okay, I'll do that. Like 3 tickets for me, Ricky, Christina, and then it was off a secondary sale site. So the taxes of the fees, and when I went to check out, it was $621 altogether.
Boy getting scalped.
Nope.
Yeah, it's like Metallica tickets.
No way.
That's too much.
Not gonna happen. Yeah, it was. No.
You're gonna go see Metallica from the balcony with that price, dude.
Yeah, no, from a mile away, 2 miles away. This is sick.
I can see Lars pretending to drum.
Nope, he's not even there.
Gotcha.
It's actually a scarecrow.
Man. So what's the craziest thing you saw this week? Like just the thing that you saw that you didn't think you would see.
I didn't see anything crazy this week. I saw, well, this was just a post on Facebook. I didn't experience anything too crazy, but people. So a friend of mine works at a retail store, and they're reopening. Well, they're reopened, and man, people are fucking crazy. Like they come in and they just like, she wears a mask because they have to, but like she also wears a mask because for obvious reasons.
True.
And someone told her that she was a sheep for wearing a mask and that she should kill herself. Ooh. That's just like, that's the, man, is it really like that difficult to just, I don't know, abide by like a store policy?
And is it
for like the safety of everyone?
And is it so hard to not verbally assault somebody that's working while you're out trying to get goods and utilize their service that they're providing you?
Yeah, like wow, I don't understand like what the massive want or need to be extremely disrespectful to someone that's just working.
Something like that happened where just it wasn't like that obviously to that extent, but a customer was just really fucking rude to a coworker, and what I said to her was, I feel like those people are the ones that have zero control in their life. They probably have a shitty fucking partner. They probably feel like they're going nowhere at their job. You know what I mean? They feel like they got no control anywhere. So that's their little outlet to go, this is where I have control. Guess what? You're a fucking terrible person, you fucking sheep bitch. Fucking bah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then they leave that store and they're still miserable with the rest of their lives.
Yep. Nothing changed.
That's
It's sad, dude. It's fucking sad.
Fucking nuts. People are crazy.
Yep. I saw something that at first I thought was absolutely crazy, and then I thought it was sad. Because
what happened?
Because we drove by an Arby's. I've never been to Arby's before. The only time I've been to Arby's is the drive-through with Lacey to get her curly fries. So literally, we were driving by, and she's like, "Oh, they got the curly fries." So I pulled in, and we're behind somebody in the drive-through who's in a truck,
Oh God, is that lady again?
No. But there was 4 people. 3 of them were inside of the truck. And one of them was in like what appeared to be at first like a desk chair like this that was strapped down inside the bed of a truck. But then what we found out is an electric wheelchair just sitting inside the bed of a truck. Just straight up sitting in there. Like they pull up a little bit farther on the drive-through so she can take an order. You know what I mean? Like they're like her and the people inside the truck are like reaching like behind like this to exchange cash and stuff.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I didn't see any straps. She was just like holding on to the bed. Like I'm pretty sure she just like put the lock on, was like, I'm good. And at first I was like, what is happening? At least it's not a child.
Yeah.
And at least it's not a dog.
Yeah.
Because 2 of those things,
Yeah.
those 2 things can't consent to being fucking put in the bed of a truck. This lady's making this choice. You know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's fucking insane. What you gonna do? But then I got sad and I was like, man, these fucking poor ass people cannot afford an actual van to carry around this woman. And I'm like, ooh, fuck me.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right.
Maybe. But also, like,
I don't know the dynamic. I don't know if she needs to be in the chair.
Right, that's true too. That is true.
I don't know.
Because I've done a lot of stupid shit. So
I've seen so many people that are in chairs because they hurt.
they want to be.
Yeah. My knee hurts. Well, you know what will make that better? A little bit of physical therapy.
Right. Also, couldn't they just like get the food and bring it back?
Yeah. Like they could have just not all like 2 and 2 lifted her into the bed of a truck.
Right.
You know?
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And what if they got like that's so dangerous? What if they got into a car accident?
What if she just started headbanging and
That's
gunning
insane.
it?
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
Right.
Just so many things could go wrong.
It's a bad idea. We wanted to get ice cream once, and there were too many of us, and there was a pickup truck involved, and we didn't know if it was legal for us to be in the back of the truck. We were gonna get ice cream, and so we called the local police station and asked.
Yeah.
And they just told us to not do it.
Please no.
Like, don't do that. But then we asked, is it illegal?
Right.
They didn't really give us a straight answer. But there weren't any seats. There's no actual seats in the bed, like, made for that. And we don't need seatbelts here.
True.
Technically. So
live free
he's
or
just like,
something.
please don't do that. Right? Don't do that.
I've seen
It's not illegal, but we will pull you over.
Right. In Georgia and South Carolina, I've seen a lot of people in the beds of trucks. I haven't seen too many people in the beds of trucks around here, but yeah, that shit scares me, man.
I've never seen someone in a wheelchair in the bed of a truck.
Yeah,
I've never seen
that was a first for me too.
Yeah, because I mean,
I seen
what if the brake fails? The brake fails and they just.
Well, it looked like it
what?
was an electric wheelchair. You know what I mean? It was like a thick back, but still
like a heavy, expensive.
Yeah, well, not even expensive, but like an electric wheelchair. You know what I mean? You can't tell really just from checking the back. Didn't have like a fancy headrest or anything. It just kind of looked. At first, that's why we thought it might have been a computer chair, because you could see the back of it. You know.
Yeah.
But man,
Frank Reynolds.
Yeah.
Frank. The straw. That is some weird shit.
yeah, it was strange, man.
That is crazy. That's fucking weird. Man, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
That was it. Wait, what else you see? Anything else crazy?
Not really. It was a pretty casual week. I mean, I saw some crazy things inside my head, but that happens.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I had some wild dreams too.
Oh,
They're,
I hate dreams.
whew. I actually love them.
I think I
It's
need
like
a healthier
it's
mind
like
then.
your own movie. So that's a really good point you bring up. That is a really good point you bring up.
Yeah.
Because I think that it's you know, either your subconscious or whatever you believe is trying to communicate with you. And I think that
Well, actually, now that I'm
it can be I can be like helpful.
yeah.
But you have to like figure out what you experience, like the insanity of it, like what the maybe not the literal what you saw, but what you can extract in like ideas from it.
Right. I see
Yeah,
my
because sometimes it's like, what the fuck?
see, I don't really have
you wake up sitting up.
that's how I felt, but I don't
Yeah.
really have crazy dreams like that. The problem is that as I get older, dreams that I would have normally, things that wouldn't affect me. So, for example,
Yeah.
the dream that fucking the last one I had, which fucking I just hate. I hate it so much. It was just like some
Yeah.
weird thing where we had shotguns. It was you, it was me, it was some random person, and we were like, it was like we were playing Call of Duty. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and there at the very end there was like some old dude that like looked like us, but you know. And he was in front of us, and I shot him in the back of the head, and that was, dude, it was too much. It was way too much. You know what I mean? Because I could imagine having
yeah.
that same dream throughout my entire life, and not having a problem with it because I wouldn't have attached myself to that part of the dream. But like as an
Yeah.
adult now, I fucking for some reason my fucking brain in the dream I focus in on like you shot a guy in the head. And what did he do to you?
Yeah.
And look what you did, and you can't
Yeah.
go back now. You
Look-
know,
look what you
in the
did.
dream, I remember
You did it.
all this sweeping in on me in the dream, and then I remember started
Yeah,
crying in my
yeah.
dream. I was like, I'm going to jail. I
Yep.
fucked up. You know what I mean? Like it was like
Yeah.
I was facing real world consequences in my fucking dream for something just in a total random dream.
Hell yeah.
You know, it'd be like we're fighting monsters, and all of a sudden I team killed, and now, and then like boom, the story changes to a drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, like the symbolism in that. Like, yeah. Yeah, because it's kind of like an old. Well, it's funny because the old man was us in the dream.
Right, exactly. It was
Right?
why he was
So
like one of our
it's gonna-
teammates. You know?
Yeah, that's so it's like it's kind of like you're killing an old idea, and you maybe you shouldn't have, or you feel bad about it. That's weird.
You should say.
That's weird. I don't know. Well, it just
Yep.
you know
I like it.
the interpretation's up to you.
Yeah, for sure,
Up
man.
to you, because like you know your head more than anyone else. So it's like,
True.
yeah, that's crazy. I can't remember.
It's weird.
I've had
That's
some-
what I don't like about my dreams. My dreams are turning into that. Like weird plot changes of
Like,
empathy where I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And I'm all sad all of a sudden, and I wake up in a terrible mood.
Damn, that's fucked.
It's the worst.
Really murderous, guilt-stricken.
So all of a sudden, I shoot the guy. It's like dun dun. This fucking Law and Order starts.
Damn,
Your Honor,
man.
they were playing a game,
Right,
an imaginary
right.
game in his fucking dream. He didn't know any better, but guess what? He still did the crime.
If he did it in his head, why wouldn't he do it in real life? Those shotgun parties.
But as a kid, did you ever have any like reoccurring dreams?
Yeah, I don't remember any of them off the top of my head, but I've never had. I wouldn't say I've had a dream more than twice. But yeah, I've always had some crazy shit.
When I was a kid, there was definitely
Going on in my
times where
dreams.
it would be like days where I'd have the same dreams over and over again because I think I would just think about it and I'd hype myself up. But then there was also dreams that would happen up until all the way until I was like 18. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That happened like as far back
Yeah.
as like,
that's crazy.
yeah, I don't know, maybe second grade, third grade.
Yeah.
And
Do you write them down?
I didn't, but one of them in particular I remember, and I remember I remember to this point to this day I could draw out a map of the house because it's actually like I think I might have told you this. I don't even know if I think I might have even said it on this once, but I had this reoccurring dream where imagine kind of like the Resident Evil 1 house, okay? This massive mansion, but it was a variation in a way of like my grandmother's house. Because there was a couple rooms that like it had similar stuff and it was based off of it in a way, you know what I mean? So it was structured off of that. But there was a big main foyer that had tons of boxes and everything. Boxes, dude. Boxes all over, dude, okay?
All that clutter, dude.
And then it
That's
had
all
a
clutter.
wooden staircase that was going up. And this was kind of like the foyer was like a giant rectangle where it was in the long ways. And the staircase was on the left side of the wall going up. And the inside of the rectangle, that would go into the back end of the house. And then there was a door on the right-hand side that would go into the right side of the house. Because think of it like a giant square, and you were in the front left-hand corner of it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So these were never bad dreams. They were a little bit like spooky because it was only me in the dreams, but I would explore this fucking house, dude. So
That is creepy.
just like look through through boxes, dude. Fucking like peek through things. And so to the right there was a giant fucking kind of like empty bedroom, and then there was a hallway that led to a kind of like a middle. It was like one of those foyers again, but it had double staircases on each side, so you could walk up a staircase like that one on both sides of it, and that was kind of like in the middle of the house. And then there was those kind of wraparound staircases, so it was kind of like a stairwell, and that led to. So if you were in that right bedroom, you were in the foyer, walk to that room to the right, and then that would walk into that hallway. And then you could, if you walked past into that hallway to the back end, there was this massive 2-story bedroom that would go to the second floor. Because that first one was only a regular bedroom, but the second one, dude, was a 2-story bedroom. Okay? Yeah. And there was like fucking 30 beds stacked up. There's just like stacks of mattresses, dude, and just boxes everywhere. And I would climb up on top of the mattress, dude, and we fucking hang out up there. I loved that room because it was so big. It was like I was a little kid, like a little baby in a big fucking playroom.
Yeah.
But for some reason, there was also a door in the second story of that bedroom, which doesn't make sense because there was no way to get to it except for climbing up on the mattresses. But that led to a hallway where there was another bedroom, actually. And then that bedroom had a bathroom inside of it. And then underneath all of that, which would be like in the back end, there was like a big living room, kitchen, like connected area with a deck in the back.
Yep.
And it was, I would just fucking like, I remember just exploring this fucking house all the time as a kid in my fucking dreams, reoccurring. I have drawn it out for Lacey.
I was going to say, you should,
because I asked her if she ever had any reoccurring dreams. She's like, no, I don't remember any of that shit. What are you talking about? That's crazy.
Shut up with that crazy talk, boy.
You got a demon inside you.
Wait, did any colors ever stand out?
I mean, no, there wasn't lots of lights. Everything was kind of just brown. You know what I mean?
That's what I was.
Shades of brown.
Too. Yeah, it's like not even. Did you remember what was in the boxes? Jeez, there's some information in those boxes. That's crazy.
What's in the box, dude?
What's in the
Yeah,
box?
what's in there, dude? There's a lot of. There must be so much shit in there.
Woo. When was the last time you had a dream like that, or that dream?
Years, probably before I even moved out of New England.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
I had another
That's a cool
reoccurring dream, which was a really bad dream, and it was just like a white room with a white sphere, like of like a cube that was just rotating.
Yeah.
Inside of a white room, and that was it.
Fuck that.
It's just like imagine looking at a TV and that's all you see.
Yeah.
That was it.
Fuck
and it was that was
fuck
that was my anxiety dream as a kid. I'd wake up crying.
Yeah.
I'd wake up just crying. Just my heart just do.
Yeah.
And I thought that's why I thought I was you know, a little bit twisted in the head as a kid, because I had those dreams and I woke up crying in the middle of the night, and I thought I was like okay, there's something wrong with me. I'm having these.
Well,
I couldn't even explain it to that extent, but that's as much as I can explain it, if that, you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's weird. Weird and terrifying.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. You have to look that shit up. That's and it's all like, I don't know. There's whatever direction you want to go in, you know? Like, it doesn't. It's really like you kind of just have to find how it applies to you, like, because there's just so much information that is like not backed up by anything. So you just have to like choose
The fucking cube.
Choose
the cube of
both.
death, bro.
But what's interesting about to go back to the murder one is how in what you end up focusing on that you don't choose to focus on.
Yeah, for sure.
That's like yeah.
And I've had other dreams like that where they were really violent on my end, but to be completely honest,
Yeah, me too.
to be completely honest, they're never graphic. Like when I was a kid, I used to have dreams of like punching people's heads off, and their heads would literally like fold back. They'd be like whoop, and they'd like hit just to be like sitting on their back.
Yeah.
And whenever I punched or hit
those heads
people or
back.
caused any damage, they would never show pain. They would never be blood. There would never be damage. There would never be any physical gore in my dreams until more recently.
Yeah. I wonder what that means.
So all my violent
I've had,
dreams, I
like-
think I never really
I've had
associated
both sides.
to it. Yeah.
Mine have been like sort of like in the category of violent dreams.
Right.
Mine will go from like to like your first example to like super gory.
Yeah.
It just depends. Yeah.
I haven't had too
And
many.
somewhere
Man.
in between where it's just fucking weird.
Yeah, let's hear some.
Let's
Let's hear a dream, man.
I mean, I don't have
how you
that
dreaming?
shit with me. I had a dream yesterday. I was pissed off about something, and I got home from work, took a shower. No, it was 2 days ago. Took a shower, and I didn't know what to do about it, and I fell asleep for like less than 5 minutes, and I had a dream, and it was so weird. It I don't know, it was like a family fighting and like physical, and I didn't know any of these people. And when I woke up, I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And then from that, I was like, I just shouldn't even be mad at this person. I don't know. I can't remember the exact like extraction I had from it, but it was pretty neat. And I was like, oh, I kind of had that moment. I was like, oh, right, I'm just being an idiot.
Right. True that.
This is not worth being mad over. Yeah. Stuff like that. But it was like literally, you know, when you have a dream, like when your eyes are opening.
Yes.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, those little
That's what it
5 minute
was like.
dreams sometimes are crazy.
Yeah. Just, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. Wow, shit.
What do we got?
You just hear Anakin down this whole time.
I-
I'm just petting him down here.
No, I'm looking at my stupid list. What do you got? What?
So
You having a dream right now?
when you were a kid, did you ever piss the bed?
Of course.
Dude, I used to
Like, for a while.
I used to piss the bed like a mother. It was the worst, dude. It was the worst. It was the worst because of this, dude. I would always have fucking dreams, man. Do you ever have the piss dreams?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was the worst. This is how it happened for me. Oh, sorry, I got a cat on me, blocking my headphones.
Let's see it. Let's see that kitty. Anakin.
Okay. Piss dreams are the worst. Because for me, I'd be in some random dream, doing some random shit, and I'd be like, oh man, I really have to piss. I really have to piss. And then I'd start peeing in my dream, and it'd be like,
Yeah.
oh man, it's not getting any better. It's not getting any better. Oh fuck, I'm peeing, and it feels just as bad. And then I'd wake up to me pissing. Cause it'd be me like holding it in, but like telling myself to not be holding it in at the same time. It's like two.
Right. And then when you stop holding it in, you wake up.
Yep.
And you're like, oh.
There it is.
Well, I can't.
Oh, that sucked.
There it is.
That really sucked.
I can't stop the stream once you start. Yeah.
Luckily,
Man,
I've never pissed the bed
That
as an
hasn't happened in a
adult.
while.
Not even.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even drunk.
Yeah, no.
Anakin's rubbing his face into the microphone. Stop it. Stop it.
He wants some mic time. Nothing.
It's too quiet for you. He's not hitting enough decibels.
Yeah.
Not hitting enough decibels for you. But yeah, fucking hey man, those really sucked. Frantic piss dreams.
Yeah. Those were the worst. Oh, but I had so did you, well, like obviously we all did, but things that you believed or made yourself believe when you were a kid, you know? Like the stupid shit?
Yep. Yeah.
Like, we weren't even like kids. I think we were in like 6th grade. And I at some point was like, street sweepers don't exist. I have never seen one. I've been from New York to Rhode Island like multiple times, and I've only seen them in cartoons. I was like, I've been in the city. These aren't fucking real. And people call me stupid and be like, have you ever seen one?
True.
Exactly. But then, they are real. So that, I don't know why I thought of that.
I definitely seen them in like,
yeah, I was like,
I definitely seen them in like Haverhill as a kid. And like Methuen as a kid.
yeah,
I think even like Newburyport as a kid.
Yeah, I mean,
but
like after that, it wasn't long after I realized I was just being an idiot.
True. I guess I can't really remember.
The first time you saw one?
No, I can't really remember things that I believed that I thought were silly. Like I can't believe I believe that.
Yeah. I
can tell an extremely embarrassing one about my sister that she believed for a very long time that she would friggin' hate for me to tell. And I've already exposed it since I said it was my sister. Could have said a person that I knew.
Yeah. You could have said someone.
Somebody. Got the rights to this story. I was in it. I'm involved. So,
yeah, it got you.
So, I'm trying to think of myself, though. I can't really think of anything, to be honest. I wish I'll have to keep stewing on that one. Maybe I'll have one.
Just replace her name with yours.
I remember wanting to smoke cigarettes as a kid. Like I remember being
Oh yeah.
I remember being angry and then being like, wish I had a cigarette.
Oh,
Just I remember saying that to myself
yeah.
because I think I'd just seen
That's so
I'd
weird.
seen a bunch of
Well,
adult
yeah.
movies. This was
Relieving stress.
this was
with
like
cigarettes.
this
Just-
was kindergarten, first grade. Yeah. This was before
I'm going on a smoke
this
break.
was before I moved out of New Hampshire the first time, and I remember just like walking around. Wish I had a cigarette. Never smoked a cigarette. Never I remember smelling cigarettes and be like, oh, that smells gross. But then catching feelings and being like, wish I had a cigarette. I remember that.
would
That's
really-
a really dumb thought I had as a kid.
That's a good one.
I remember
good
looking
one.
at cigarette
remember
butts literally, and I remember a couple of times seeing cigarette butts and be like, wish I had a lighter, man. Just like, why?
You take that butt up off the floor and light
Right.
it.
Little fucking 6-year-old kid gonna smoke that fucking cigarette butt. I would have
Oh,
been fucking just puked
man.
instantly and started crying.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Why
what
did I
you
do
do? Wouldn't even be able to get it out.
I don't think I've ever wanted to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
But I mean, neither, they didn't smoke.
Yeah, my mom never smoked when I was a baby. She never smoked cigarettes at all.
Yeah,
She hates that shit.
that's good.
Yeah. But,
Yeah,
all right,
that's
I
good.
remember thinking that as a kid. That was really stupid and silly.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So.
What do you got?
I remember my mother told my sister this story, and she told us both this story. Now, when we were both young, she told us it as truth, and I never believed it because of how silly it sounded. Obviously.
Yeah. Yep.
But when you're a kid, anything is believable. So I imagine at one point
Yeah.
I believed it, but I also distinctly remember at a young age my mom and I talking about it and being like, yeah, this is silly.
Yeah.
That obviously that couldn't happen. But then also later on in the timeline, I remember my sister getting physically upset when she got told that it wasn't real. So
Was it Santa?
when we were kids, my mom told me this. So, when you were a little girl, obviously about my sister,
Yeah.
maybe about me, don't judge.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
During the day, you were chewing some bubble gum. And you were chewing that bubble gum, and I said, don't swallow that bubble gum. And guess what you did? You swallowed that bubble gum. And later on, when you were in the bathtub, your mama was washing you and sudsing you up and, shampooing your hair. And you went, and a little bubble came up. And in that bubble was a bubble of bubble gum blown up. So
That's not how that works.
so we call you Bubble Butt.
I mean, that's like a fun story.
That's
You
something I would tell my kids as well. But I would also
Yeah, yeah.
I would want to assume that that my kids wouldn't believe it past the ages of 6 or 7,
Right.
And I think it was maybe 8 to 10 when the second occurrence of her getting upset of being like, I didn't believe it. I didn't. No, I don't believe it. No. Catching feelings, Like, you totally didn't. Oh. But Yeah, we used to always tease her and call her Bubble Butt because apparently she blew a bubble out her butt of bubble gum.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, did it get her to not swallow gum ever again?
I'm assuming.
Did she ever swallow? I'm assuming that's what the tactic of the story was.
Ask. I
Like,
should ask her next time I see
swallow
her.
gum.
So,
quick question. Chew any gum lately?
Ew. Oh no.
Put the song on. Bubble butt. Bubble 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 butt. Would you try strawberries on pizza?
Yeah, I'd try strawberries on pizza.
Hell yeah, I would too.
I'm fucking down with it.
I feel like it's not that weird.
Dude, if you had this, ready? You make the tomato sauce not a little sweet, but a little bit salty. You have a little bit of that fresh mozzarella. You have the fresh leaf of the basil.
Uh-huh.
You have a thin slice of the strawberry.
Yeah.
You got a little bit of sweet. You got a little bit of savory. You got a little bit of creamy. You got a little bit of salty. I see it.
I think it'd be bomb.
Yeah, I see it.
I think it'd be good. Yeah. I saw it on Facebook and people were outraged.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine.
I'm like, it's actually not that weird. You have like things like figs on pizza with prosciutto, and that's what I was like. Oh, the strawberry, you put prosciutto on that. Ooh. So good.
I can imagine some figs on some pizza. I'm all about that life.
Yeah, yeah. Just like no red sauce, just olive oil, figs, cheese. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd
I'm down with that.
It is good. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
That sounds like I'm down with that.
Not that weird.
Yeah, people
Another
are just simps,
thing
bro. Little
that-
simpletons.
Yeah.
The brains need
Just
stretching.
Buying those boneless wings, you know? Those adult chicken nuggets.
You step that game up. Put a
I've
fig
been-
on the
I've
pie,
been
boy.
on
Put a berry on the pie.
I've been just I've had good boneless wings before, but I just love shitting on them.
True.
You know?
True.
Because I couldn't choose boneless over bone-in. You know, like if I'm at a wing place.
If I was at a wing place and I was eating wings, then that would definitely be it. But if I'm at my house,
I like the bone.
then what I don't mind is getting some big ass thighs. Like I don't eat chicken, I don't eat any of that, but get some big ass thighs and cube it out. And make some big ass adult chicken, like what would it be called? Like popcorn chicken. Or it'd be like fat ass chicken nuggets where you like. If you cook them just right, they'd be like big and chunky, like fatter than a chicken nugget, almost like a steak tip.
Yeah.
You tear that bitch in half and it'll be perfectly cooked and juicy. Those are good.
Yeah, exactly.
I've gone to some restaurants where
Yeah.
when you do the boneless, that's what they do. They take like big hunks of chicken and they chunk them up into like cubes, like, you know?
Yep.
And that's a smart way to do it instead of just doing fucking chicken fingers.
Yeah.
You got to get original.
Right. Have a different idea.
Yeah. If you're gonna have chicken fingers, like you have chicken fingers as one thing on the menu, but don't just make your boneless wings
For children.
chicken fingers.
Right. Because that's what they are. Because no one's deboning a wing.
Right. And the idea of it being an adult chicken nugget is, to be honest, more appropriate. So why don't you just dive in and actually make it an adult chicken nugget instead of just bitching out and making it a fucking chicken tender?
Right.
Because you use those
Adult
scraps, chop them
nuggies.
up, make something with it. You know, it's not like you're gonna throw that waste away. You know, you're always gonna use it for something.
Yeah, fry it up.
But I'm down with that.
Yeah, that was my.
When it comes to pizzas,
I've had-
I had a weird pizza. It was a half and half of. It was called Greekish. And something else. So Stinky Garden, Stinky Kitchen. I don't know, one of those. It had like gorgonzola
what is
cheese.
that?
It had mushrooms. It had olives. It had onions.
Yep.
Then the Greekish had artichokes, feta, olives. I don't remember. Something else.
Arugula, capers.
Yeah, I don't know. It was from this Messaluna
Right
fancy place. It's nice, man. Nice gourmet pies. The fucking thing was this big. Love it. Reminded me of home.
Excellent.
But it was like
Good crust. Crust is key. Crust is key.
that freshwater dough, man.
You can have that crispy. Yeah.
There's two places around here that I friggin' love, and they both just have that amazing pizza crust. Gotta have it, man.
I had a buffalo chicken. Buffalo chicken pizza, and it was like the only thing that was good was the crust. The chicken wasn't crispy. I was sad. I was like, this is a waste of calories right here.
Yep.
I'm not happy to eat this.
See,
not
especially
cool.
if you're buying it from a place, like when I make it at home, we'll do it with the like the corn chicken nuggets, and we'll fry them up and get them crispy. But I understand that if I'm putting it like in a calzone, which is more likely for me than a pizza, that it's gonna get soft.
Yeah.
But to be honest, if you're getting it if you're ordering it, they have a fucking fryer, or as I like to say, they got a fucking fryer-later, kid. So you just toss in the fucking fryer-later, you let that shit fucking bubble, get extra crispy, kid.
Exactly.
Done.
Yep. Exactly. I think I gotta get side note, my charger for my laptop, but because it's gonna die.
If you need to get, I need to go grab something. So if you need to grab something, we can go double grab something real quick. But hold on.
Do a quick pause.
Hold on. It's not gonna be a quick pause because we're gonna Benny Hill
You put a
theme.
Godfrey on.
So, and then he says,
Intermission. All right. I fucking hate you. Good timing.
Okay, and we're back.
We are back. So, how do you feel about the Confederate flag?
First off, I'm going to preface everything by saying that I agree with Kyle Kulinski on Secular Talk, and I've been listening to him, so not that I base my ideas off of anybody, but I'd like to reference people that have common thought. But I, first off, don't give a fuck about any kind of idols, any kind of statues, in any regard. But I don't want to erase history. So the context or I don't want to take down, any unnecessary flags that you feel like you don't need to. But I don't have any affinity to any flag. So if nobody had a fucking flag, then I would be just as happy. If you want to get rid of all flags and just have our fucking country names, then I'm cool with that. But when it comes to the Confederate flag and statues of people that were slave owners, maybe even people that were the founding fathers, I understand that if you want to move those to a museum and preserve the history, that's probably what should happen. I think that the governments should act before the people have to fucking freak out, petition 100 times, and then tear the fucking things down or climb a fucking flagpole.
Right.
But by taking them down, it isn't erasing history because no one's saying that they don't exist. They're just trying to say that even if that if you were a fucking fighting for slavery, then or you're using an image to like the Confederate flag, which kind of rose to its popularity in the 60s and in the civil rights era as an opposition image.
The one that is most commonly used was, I think, 61 to like 63 or something around that.
The battle flag one.
The most one we most commonly see, because there's a bunch of them.
What do you mean? I'm sorry, I don't understand that.
There's so there were multiple flags that they used in different time periods, and then each state in the Confederate had also multiple flags of their own. So there's there's a shitload. But the one that we most commonly see is that is 61, 62, 63, 64.
Commonly known as like the battle flag,
or
the rebel flag, or the
rebel flag, Dixie flag.
Yeah. So that came to its. So obviously the Civil War was a while ago, but that came to its common
63 to 65.
Right, and it came to its common use in the 1960s as well. When people started using that flag again and taking it as an opposite image, as like, let's use this to represent our side. So sadly, some people weren't raised in that, and some people still, even possibly in that time frame, saw people that were fucking racist, weren't racist but were country, and then still adopted the flag upon themselves. You can't say that didn't happen, but no matter what, you have to think of the country as representing where you want to go. And if you still have statues up and flags up that represent fucking slavery, then where do you want to go?
Right.
It's strange. How do you feel?
Just about the same.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be stupid to, as a erase history.
Yeah.
That would just be that's like, then how do you know you're not going to barrel into the same avenue that you were before if you don't have the examples to teach you where to not go?
100.
So, ripping statues down. Maybe there should be something for them,
right. And I am not saying that people shouldn't go out there and rip down statues either, to be honest.
Right.
To be honest.
Because then,
because they're
clearly it hasn't been working since before that.
Yes. And this is the craziest thing to think about, is that the civil rights was in the 60s and the 70s, man. Okay?
Yeah.
That's like 60 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay? That's 60 years ago. That's only double our lifetime.
Yeah.
That's how long ago that was, man. That's nothing.
Yeah.
And the fact is so many of the statues that got taken down about a year to 2 years ago, when protesters were ripping down statues then, were statues that were fucking erected in the 1960s. That were erected in the fucking 1950s. Why are you putting up statues of Confederate generals in the 1950s and the 1960s?
Ridiculous.
Like, it would be equally as crazy to put them up now, but the access of information was so slow back then. They didn't have any internet. Everything was just based locally. So when people were doing this shit, they were living in their own ecosystems, and to them, everyone around them accepted it. So
Right.
It's strange, but still, a lot of times people are nowadays living in situations that are not too far off from there. Yeah, they have internet. Yeah, they have a smartphone, but they're still living around people that have negative mindsets on how their outlook in life is, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, they're looking at things really cynically and not in a proactive way.
Yeah, and they have their own. Just build their own community around that.
Yeah.
And it's empowering in themselves.
Did you see that video of the lady with the fucking Confederate flag? Who?
No.
Okay, so this lady, there's a video of her. She's waving it back and forth. She's on the bed of a truck, and she goes,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna teach my grandkids to hate you. I'm gonna teach my grandkids to hate you." And then she stands up and she puts it behind her back and she's like walking away, and they're talking about, you know, how you should respect people of all races, colors, ethnicities, religions and stuff. And then what she says is KKK beliefs. KKK beliefs.
What?
What, dude? What?
So, are they considered a terrorist organization?
So that's a good question. Because
I
they're
know
registered as a
that-
hate group, but all hate
Okay.
groups are not registered as terrorist groups. That's the problem. And it's not exactly a problem, but to be honest, in America, we if you're a violent hate group, then essentially you're a terrorist group. You know, but they probably, if they're white, and all the goddamn organizations are fucking mostly white people for generations and generations, then I'm imagining that most of the violent hate groups that are white would be considered gangs or terrorists if they were people of color.
Yeah, right.
But they don't call them gangs, they call them hate groups. Because it sounds less, it sounds like you're in a fucking book club. You know what I mean? A gang sounds like you're out there fucking causing mischief, and you're a thug. Because if you're in a gang, you're a thug. If you're in a group, you're a person. So they I feel like, it's not, but the most crimes by any hate group in America are committed by fucking white hate groups. Whatever that means. Whatever.
I'm trying to look it up right now.
Right, so
and what I got was it was actually I typed in is KKK and it was the autofill was immediately a terrorist organization. And the first hit was Trump wants to label Antifa as a terrorist organization.
Yep. When there's
And then the second one
when there's no fucking
is why
leader.
isn't the and the second one is why isn't the KKK designated a terrorist organization?
Yep. Well, see, the designation of a terrorist is somebody that's doing something to incite fear and incite damage, you know? But
It sounds
mainly
like it's
fear,
fitting.
you know? That's the thing about the terrorist is that it has it in the name, terror. You're somebody going out there to strike fear and terror into people's hearts, you know? And the reason why Trump is goddamn not going to say any white groups are fucking terrorists because how the fuck did he get elected? Build the wall.
Right.
Build the wall.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Just
all right.
inciting fear and being a fucking fearmonger.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's crazy shit.
Yep. And more, yeah.
But they're not. That's fuck. They're not considered. That's like all they do. That's
Right. Anything they do is just like fucking is strictly to incite terror amongst a certain group of people. But the problem is that because the group of people that they're fucking doing it against is that, well, they're not it.
Yeah. Right.
The fucking but that's also now I'm trying to think when back in the civil rights era when the Black Panthers had their fucking assault rifles on the state houses. I wonder if they registered the Black Panthers as a terrorist group. You should see that. You should look that up. Were the Black Panthers ever registered as a terrorist group? Because that would be a good question, man.
Yeah. Because that would be.
Because let's just say you cannot compare the Black Panthers and the KKK. They are not comparable, so I wonder. This would be interesting.
I don't think.
I hope not. I mean,
I don't think it was.
just like literally any group, there's people that have done bad things under the name of it. Just like right now, there are people doing stuff that I don't approve of under the name of Antifa, but I don't disagree with Antifa on a whole. Just strictly because, A, it's a non-headed group. There's no organization leading it. There are private organizational groups within areas, just like anything. But there's no head of any organization. There's no head of Antifa, leader of Antifa, motives of Antifa. The only thing is, it's anti-fucking fascist. Simple.
Yep.
And Trump's like, no. We need to make America great again. Oh, these anti-fascists. If you notice, he never says that. He only says Antifa.
Right. Exactly. It's because people don't know.
They don't know what it means, dude. Like, do you like fascists? Or like, I fucking hate Antifa. Is that what you're asking?
No, that I didn't get any hits on that, so I'm gonna assume that they were not.
Word. Man.
But if they had been,
Yeah. Shit's crazy, man.
Man, it is.
But
what do you got?
Did you look up any more on the you looked up more on the PlayStation and the Xbox, the video games? I heard a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
The PlayStation is supposed to have like a digital version and a non-digital version. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so it's well, they actually released, so they leaked. Somebody just told something, and they were like, "Hey, post this." No, like, what do people think? There's this many leaks? Like, there are that many? Oh, this information got out. Like,
Gonna leak it.
That wasn't intentional. Full of shit.
Leaked it to the press.
So, right. I just told them. You leaked it. Yeah, there's a digital. Well, for the PS5, I don't know about the Xbox, but there's a digital and a version with an optical drive and a version without an optical drive. And it's backwards compatible. And you pretty much just like pay $100 for the optical drive. So it's $550 with it and $450 without for the digital version.
You know what's really dumb?
What's
they
that?
should have made it a fucking dongle. Of all things to make an add-on, it should have just been one version, and then you have a drive that you can just plug into it, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
They would have had no more extra production. It would have been universal across the board, cheaper prices across the board. What the fuck?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I literally just thought of that
That's
this
great.
second.
They just, but no, they're gonna manufacture 2 different products.
2 different products. Why? Why? Oh, we need some more people in the boardrooms, dude. I'm telling you.
That's yeah.
Oh man.
Wow.
You got too many or not enough people in those fucking rooms, dude. I'm saying. Shit, man.
Resources.
That's look at the device. It kind of looks like a router, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
You could just mount it to the side. Boing. Done.
Right.
Easy. It could have been universal.
Stupid.
The same fucking
Yeah.
drive too. Damn.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyways,
Are you gonna buy? What are you going to invest in this series of consoles or?
I don't know. I have a Switch. I have an Xbox One.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you love the Switch.
I still got a PS3 hanging around.
Right.
I got a GameCube.
Same.
Kicking.
Legit. Yep.
I got a fucking.
Aim with the PC. It's
Yeah,
just.
I got the PC with the
it's
2060
nothing.
Super.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
at that point, I feel like what we might do is sell the Xbox and get Lacey the next Xbox.
Yeah.
Just because I mean I bought her this one. We'd probably do that. Swap it up.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll.
The stats.
I don't know if it's worth
What
it.
are the stats looking like? Is it gonna be like 8 gigs of RAM? But it better be like 16, man.
Let's check it out. Let's check it
yeah,
out.
'cause-
You wanted the Xbox or PS5? Let's start with PS5. I don't know how much information is out yet.
8 gigs really it isn't too much, but on a modern console where you're multitasking a lot, I don't multitask on my PC as much as that would multitask. You know, in relation, I use 4 gigs on my phone in RAM way easier than I would use 4 gigs of RAM on my computer, assuming I was using like Windows 7. You know, if I was using Windows 7. I would not be using a lot of RAM, but I'm also not multitasking. My phone's doing a lot more things at once. So,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming consoles are going to be a little bit more like that, but obviously they turn priorities on and off. But the modern consoles, I would hope with as much they're putting into it, they're gonna do some focusing on multitasking. At least like what Sony did, where you lock a core. You don't have access to one core, and that one core focuses just on system tasks.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we looking?
For RAM, for the PS5, it's saying 32 to 64.
Gigs of RAM?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so they're thinking about multitasking heavy. So this seems like a console that if you turn off all the fucking features, it'll probably fucking haul.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, things actually, no. I feel like things are probably going to get better and better optimization because they're more and more making it like almost like an x86 PC. You know, it's basically a PC when it comes to
I don't know,
DirectX encoding.
I don't know how.
Well, they're having like full NVIDIA ray tracing and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I know that much. They have like RTX in them.
That's gonna be intense for a large flat screen.
Yeah. See if you can see that on there. But that's what I saw. So that would mean that they would have a lot of headroom. You know.
Yeah.
Especially when you're playing like I heard they're releasing Skyrim for the new Xbox, dude. And that shit would
That'll be sick.
Dude,
That'll be
imagine
sick.
ray tracing fucking Skyrim if it's a
Man.
remaster.
Yeah.
It'll become the game of the year again, dude, for like the 4th time. That shit came out like 10 years ago, dude. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I know.
That's insane.
I remember that. It was crazy when it came out.
Yeah, it's still a good game now.
That'd be a
man.
good game to remaster. That would be a great game to remaster.
Yeah, because I mean, it plays good on the Switch. It plays good on the Xbox.
Yep.
The Switch is the super
Ooh,
dumbed
we got
down
a,
version, but you can like load mods into it if you hack your Switch. It's fucking dope.
Yeah.
You can convert PC mods and then load them in.
That's
to
sick.
get freaky with it.
Oh, this is cool. This is cool. They're doing they're gonna have an expandable storage bay for NVMe.
Okay, that is absolutely awesome.
That's awesome. I don't know how accurate this is. I just found an article.
Yeah.
But it says actually 16 gigs for RAM
Okay. I mean that makes more sense.
and
The 32
under a
seems
terabyte
crazy.
of. Yeah, that seemed like a lot. We're under a terabyte for, your normal storage, but it's SSD. It's all SSD.
Yeah. To be honest, I understand having like the need for more than 500 gigs, but that's where
I mean,
like
Call of Duty alone, like the
Never
fucking
mind.
dude on the
we're
one.
gonna need 1 to
Xbox
2
One.
terabytes.
Yeah,
real.
I can have 4 games installed, 4 to 5 games installed on my Xbox One, and I think that's it.
Yeah. I
don't have any expansions.
because I was like, oh yeah,
But-
external hard drives, perfect. But that opens room for hacking. That's what they don't want. They don't want to fuck with that. They don't want to go, oh, you can just plug in a fucking SSD and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Especially because people are gonna plug in fucking the slowest drives possible and gonna be complaining about it to them. Or they
Yep.
plug it in and it won't be supported because they're gonna have a minimum speed requirement. It's gonna like speed test every drive and then be like, nope.
Nope. Yep.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna
sweet,
have to
though.
be 1 to 2 terabytes. They're gonna need it, but nowadays that shit's cheap,
Yeah.
man. It's cheap.
Yeah,
It's cheap
exactly.
for us, so for them, they have to be smart about it. This is the time where they
Right.
can actually start pulling, and having consoles that are pulling up to PCs, because PCs are always
Yeah.
going so fucking fast. But to be honest, this next round of consoles is going to be the most space age console we've had since the fucking
First Xbox. PlayStation.
I'm trying to think, man. It's been a minute. The PC's just been ahead every step of the way so far. I can't think of a
Yeah.
truly innovative console besides the Switch, man. Because when I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of powerhouses, none of them can pull through as innovative powerhouses. There's no like unique features.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's just
the GameCube was
it's just-
severely crippled in its speed. It had like a 400 megahertz processor.
Yeah.
Where like the Xbox had like a I think 900 megahertz processor.
Dang. Yeah.
So it was completely hauling. But to be honest, the GameCube ran great and it looked great because they were really
Yeah.
the developers were aware of the console, so they wrote within its limitations. But
Yeah.
Nintendo, if anything, has been pulling forward for that. Like Microsoft as well as Sony have always been like the top consoles for quality. But when you look at the PC, even at any of those times, were always better.
Yeah.
If you look at Nintendo was like,
I
let's do
think
the
that, like-
most we can with a little bit less power, and like try to be just as good. And they generally
Not try to like keep up with the flagship, but like
right.
have something to offer that isn't as expensive or
Right.
cutting
Like,
edge.
it doesn't have GTA, but
Yeah.
still has a shit
Right,
ton
right.
of really awesome games. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You still had Super Mario Sunshine, fucking Luigi's Mansion. You know what I mean? Super Smash
I feel
Bros.
like for consoles it's just a convenience thing
It really
rather
is.
than
But man, these next
It's-
consoles are gonna be the closest to like good PCs, price ratio that you can get, which is
Yeah.
nice.
absolutely. Yeah, if they're throwing RTX in it,
Yeah, and have all that
Right.
shit dedicated, and you have a CPU that's holding up with it. That's the thing. Did you see what
Mm-hmm.
what they're putting in it?
AMD Zen 2 base CPU, 8 cores at 3.5
Okay, so
gigahertz.
the thing is the 8 cores and the 3.5 gigahertz. 8 cores sounds awesome, and it is awesome. 3.5 doesn't sound
Yeah.
as impressive compared to computers. When you're like, well, why
Yeah.
isn't it 4 gigahertz? But
Yeah. Yeah.
at the same time, the architecture of the CPU means everything. So in this situation, they have the Zen 2. I'm not familiar with that, but I'm assuming it's a newer architect. And literally, my CPU is a 3.5 gigahertz 8-core. It's the same specs as that. I mean, it's a little bit better specs as that. But I guarantee you that one, if I was able to slap it in my rig, would outperform mine.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Just because even though they got the same
but
specs, that's going to have newer architect.
But
Everything's a little bit
but
smaller, a little bit more effective.
How long have you? But how long have you had that also?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now they're there.
Well, not gonna lie, I bought this one off of like Facebook Marketplace for like $100.
sick.
So I haven't had it as long as
Excellent.
other ones.
Excellent. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I always enjoy seeing new consoles drop.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna buy it. I'm probably gonna wait another generation.
Yeah, I'll wait because the good thing about the PlayStation is the discless one is like $250, $300.
Yeah.
It's cheap as fuck, man. So if the controllers,
I got.
if Lacey's down with the controller, I might convince her to get one of them.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I don't know. I got because if I got it's backwards compatible, so I would like to get the one with the drive, and then just get rid of my PS3.
Right. Because for you got a shit ton of PS3 games.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
rid of all mine, so yeah.
I almost did. It was close.
I just have my console.
I was close to decluttering. Smart. That's smart. I can't minimize that yet.
Yeah.
I have, even though I haven't played it probably more than a year.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, when you play GTA on the PC, it's like a brand new game.
Oh my god. Yeah, it really is.
And when you,
It really is.
like, to be honest, you can get, I think you would love a Switch. Because you can get, like, Dynasty Warriors
Yeah.
on the Switch, man. You can plug that shit into your into your TV, or you can just, like, you can have it in your bag on the go. Fucking easy.
I want Dynasty Warriors for the Wii.
Yeah. Just fucking
Running. Constant running and swinging.
oh my goodness, I love it.
Man.
How you feeling?
I think I'm all set. I think I'm good.
Oh man, what about
That
this
was good for me.
clickbait, dude?
Oh, yeah.
You trying?
I don't know why that popped in my head, but what were your favorite like clickbait? Yeah, because back in the day of like MySpace, you know, you had hot dogs or legs, lampshade or bikini, and
Right.
the ones that were actual games, like ads that were actual games that you could play,
Yeah.
and were honestly pretty damn entertaining. Yeah, I don't know. And then you have the, click here to find out why doctors hate this man.
Yep.
I love that shit. I think it's fucking
Unclog
funny.
this nerve to instantly grow 2 inches on your penis.
That's the funniest shit.
Uh,
Like, who makes that shit up?
somebody, I feel like those.
And how much revenue is generated from that? You know what I mean? From people clicking on that.
I feel like
It's awesome. It's awesome. It's just like.
I feel like people that get into that are people like us, who are in
Yeah.
like a graphic design, as their profession. Like they've been working at some places, and then they're like, it'd be fucking awesome if I just worked from home and just started making these ads and sending them to people, and they'll be catchy where the businesses will want to buy them. And then also strange enough, or when I see them myself on the site, I have a good chuckle.
Like, wait, what?
When you said that made me think about on MySpace what I used to do, and what everybody used to do was like, it wasn't like the ads, but you do like the I think it was like a bulletin post or something, or
Yeah.
it was some kind of like wall post where like everybody that was friends, you'd scroll down and you'd see it on your left-hand side, and it would say like the title, and you'd click on it, and then you could have like a picture, or you could have like font. You could have just like text, and it would be like, the purpose would be, the title would say like, having a party tonight, and you click on it and be like, everybody come over to my house, the address, BYOB, ba 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 ba, and then you could reply to it like, OMG, can I bring my friend? And then be like, yeah, you can have your friend, you know? So instead of like, where Facebook, you post it on your wall or somebody else's wall, you would just kind of like post it, and then other people would be able to see it. So I remember you'd post like something like that. Like, so would you choose a lampshade, you know, or an alligator? Question mark. And they click on it, and it'd be a picture of like Goatsy. Or fucking like Lemon Party.
Got him. Or the see if you can find the 3 problems with this photo,
right?
And it just like
boom,
blasting audio and terrifying face.
Yeah, that's what it made me think about when you said about the ads.
The golden ages of the internet. That's what it was. Just everyone experiencing everything for the first time.
Yeah, that was really social media for the first time. Was MySpace going?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I was part of forums and part of different social communities online, but that wasn't social networking, because it was, as much as in forums and stuff, you're networking with people and you're being social.
Yeah.
That's not the intention. The intention is to write and to talk. And, you know, some forums are direct, like, hey, let's meet each other. And usually there's like a sub forum that's like meet and greet or whatever. But, you know, they're usually about a theme of one thing or another. So
yeah, there's a purpose for it.
Right, and those have been around forever.
Definite purpose for it.
And bulletin boards, those have been around since, you know, the early 90s, late 80s, the very beginnings of the internet. But yeah, MySpace was like the beginning of that social media, like people going on there. Yeah. I was on.
Let's see who I can fuck with.
Right. I was on MySpace in. I think I got mine in 7th grade, man.
Yeah.
So for me, that was 5, 6.
I don't know how the fuck you remember
4,
that.
5.
I don't know how the fuck you remember that.
It was 2003 to 2004 was when I got my MySpace. I got my Facebook my freshman year of high school, because my cousin, it was like, I don't even think you could sign up for it yet.
It's invite only.
Yeah, it was invite only.
Like,
but my 2 older cousins were in college, so they were in Facebook, and then they sent the invite to my younger cousin. And then my younger cousin sent me an invite and made me a site on Easter. When I went over, she's like, I'm gonna make you a Facebook. What's your email? You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was definitely an early adopter on all that shit, for better or for worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I think it was.
I remember that shit just
be 2007.
I remember just linking. I remember just doing things and talking to people. You know what I mean? And certain things, and then I link that to being in school and who I was around, and then I link that to you know, all of that. That's how I track it all down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking a lot as a kid too.
That was fun
so I think I remember a lot of weird time frames because of that.
I was not. I wasn't.
My head was like a potato.
Thinking until recently. Yeah, exactly.
Welcome me to the world. Oh, that reminds me of the Heart She Holler, dude. Patton Oswalt plays a character who, as a child, was sealed away in the wall, and then as an adult, he gets emerged and pulled out of the wall, and he's. Oh, it's amazing. I love that show so much. It's the same writers of Xavier.
I'm not gonna ask any questions. Oh,
So the fucking dialogue is insane. There's so much dumb wordplay that the more you listen to it, you notice that there's like triple and quadruple entendres.
Yeah.
Quad dipping.
Yeah, that show, man, I haven't seen that since I think you were in Mathilda.
Talk about word economy. They got word economy within each words. Each words are just counting for double points. Sheesh, I love it. Okay, man.
I'm done. I got nothing left.
We've burnt it up. I still got a couple
In the
things on the
holster.
list, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's fucking late.
Yep. Cool.
All right. Peace.
Out.